Now, yesterday, what did we discuss? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Conversion, ma'am. Conversion from integer to string to
Boolean data
integer.
type also.
No, Boolean.
Boolean data type, okay.
Conversions, madam, from long to string like that.
Conversions and Boolean we discussed, ma'am.
Guys, try anything differently?
This net salary I have tried in 2 ways, ma'am. I have got the result, same result. I have pasted in the homework.
Okay, and make sure, guys, development team, you guys have to submit the homework. I'm not seeing few members are not submitting.
Ma'am, where we need to submit the
So in batch 4,
batch 4 in a Word document?
yes, in the Word document, you guys have to start do it.
Okay.
I was reviewing few members one, but I cannot see most of the members here. It should be only one thing, it should be development task. Only one document should contain all the development tasks. And you need to paste the logic like this and put the output as a screenshot. Output should be the screenshot. Everything should be tracked in one development task.
Ma'am, will paste the complete program.
Sorry?
Ma'am, will paste the complete program in the Word file.
Yes, complete program, you need to paste it. Today we are going to discuss about the date. Now, we know the date. This is the date data type. You need to specify the syntax will be the data type, date data type. And should be variable name equal to value. Say here, date equal to D1 equal to. Now, how can I give the date? Now, can I mention something like this in string 12/2/2023? What will happen if I mention something like this? Now, date should be in the date format, right? I'm giving here D2 without single quotes. One is with single quotes, another one is without single quotes. Now, can I define it like this? Right, so let me execute this, execute the highlighted one. What it is saying, the first one, it is 74 line string to integer, you cannot convert it. It says illegal assignment, you cannot convert, you cannot assign it from the string to date. This we cannot do it. Okay, fine. And how about this? I'm just giving some numbers here, but this is actually a date. This is a date. Execute the highlighted one. What it is thinking? It is thinking it is an integer. I cannot define it like this way. Date in the Salesforce, in Apex, we cannot define it like this. We cannot define it like this, which is not right way to define it. So whenever you are using like this is called as a hard coding. You are hard coding the date. The date never changes. The date never changes. Are you guys not able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. We are.
Okay, so it's whenever you are mentioning here 12/2/2023, it is kind of a hard coding day. That means every time your date will be, in case if you are doing it that, first of all, this is incorrect way. It thinks that it is an integer. It does not work. And in case if you are doing the conversion and if you are doing it. So in case if you want to specify the conversion, you want to specify the hard coded value, 2023 year, second and 12, whatever it is there, you want to specify it. Hard coded way, you can specify it. We will see that how to specify the hard coded way. But never do that in the real time because always your date will be the same date. It does not change it. Now let's say you wanted to capture the today's date. Whatever the today's date is there, you want to capture it. Capture today's date. Now here I'll say date D1 equal to. Now here I have already experienced, I cannot specify like this. So what we need to do? We have to specify system dot today. We have to specify system dot today. System dot today, which is going to take a today's date. Automatically, it is, if you run today, this line, it is going to take today's date. If you run tomorrow, it is going to take tomorrow's date. Based on the system time, it is going to take that date and time. Now here I say system dot today. Now let me print this system dot debug today's date. You guys have to try along with me. D1. Now let's go ahead and execute it. Now it is going to print today's date. It is going to print the today's date. Now today's date is a 2024 year and month will be February and the date will be 16th. It is always in the format of year, month, date. Salesforce always consider this year, month, date. Year, month, date. Now, this logic, if you run today or if you run tomorrow, whenever you run it, as per the system date, it is going to display the whatever the date on based on the whenever you are running it. If you run the same code tomorrow, it will print 2024 0 to 17. So this is to get the current date. Capture the today's date. Capture the current date. How do we do that? System dot today. System dot today is going to directly give you the today's date. Let's say you want to pass the hard coded value. Let's say I want to pass it here, date D2. Pass hard coded date. Hard coded date is nothing but every time this should be a same date. If you want to pass it, there are different ways you can pass it. One way is in Salesforce, we have a date class. In Salesforce, we have a date class. In the date class, we have a few methods. Let's say here, new instance. New instance, I'm providing the year 1960, month 2, 17 is date. If you want to get a current date, you need to use the system class. Inside the system class, today's month, you have to use it. Is everybody done with this, capturing the today's date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in case if you want to pass the hard-coded date, that means every time the D2 should be always 1960. Whether you run tomorrow or after 1 year or after 2 years, every time the D2 will be the same value. D2 will be the same value. In case if you want to keep that, use the class which is called date class. Inside this date class, you have a method new instance. New instance. Now I'm going to print it here. System.debug. And then I'm going to print it here. Always same date. Always same date. So it will be D2. It will be D2. New instance is nothing but it will take the year, month, date separately. It will take the year, month, date separately and it will combine into the date format and we are going to store the date format in the D2. Now let me execute this. Click on this debug. Now what is happening? It is converting in the, we are providing separately year, date, month, we are providing separately. This is the year, this is the month, this is the date. Year, month, date, we are providing separately. What is this method does? It will take a separate year, month, date and combine it and format it into the date format. And then finally, we are pushing into the D2. Finally, we are pushing into the D2. So this is how every time, whether you run it after 1 year or after 4 years, D2 value will be the same. It does not change it. It does not change it. Now let's say, now this is the standard value. This is the standard value and this is the today's date. Now today's date is printing the, whatever the today's date is there, 16th February 2024, it is printing. Let's say I have a scenario, I need to find the end date. So end date should be whatever the today's date is there. Today's date plus 2 days. That means I need to add, in order to find the end date, I need to add the, whatever the today's date is there, plus add 2 days. Add the 2 days. If you want to get the end date, that means end date of, let's say here for example, today date is 16th. So it will give you the format of 2024 02/16. Now after calculation, if I want to get the end date should be always, it is a 2 days adding the 2 days. So it will be like 2024 02 minus 18, sorry, hyphen I18. I want to add it 2 days to the current date. I want to add 2 days to the current date. Days I wanted to add it. Right? So first I need to get the today's date. How do I get the today's date? How do I get the today's date?
System.today.
System.today.
System.today. No. Again, I'm going to take one more variable, D4. Now, whatever the today's date is there, I wanted to add it 2 days. I want to add 2 days. So first get the output of D3 dot add days. We don't have a plus here. We have a method called add days. Add days of 2. I'm adding the 2 days to the current date. Now here I'll print the system.debug. System.debug, which is a current date. Which is D3. And system.debug print date after 2 days of current date, which is D4. Let's execute, highlight it, execute it. System dot. System dot. Click on this, execute, highlighted. What will be the output? I'll get it.
16 Feb and 18 Feb.
So current date is 16. After 2 days will be the 18th. After 2 days it will be the 18th. It will be the 18th, right? Now if I say here, let's say for example, let's say for example here I'll give 20. What is the output? I'll get it. Today,
6th March.
what is the output? I'll get it.
From 6th March, probably.
Others,
Month will also change.
It will be 6th March. Also.
March 6th, 2024.
8th March.
We are getting a 7th March.
now this is going to print 2024 -02 -60. Now, for this we are adding the 20. We are adding the 20 days we are adding. If I added 20 days, so what is the output like? I don't have a 36 day, right? I don't have a 36 day. What is the last date of today, this month?
29, 31st
29.
February.
29 Feb 20.
9,
So last day of this month is 29.
9, leap year.
So from 16 to 29, how many days it will be?
7th March, ma'am, to this point.
13 days.
13 days.
Calculate,
13 days in February.
13 days.
7 days in March. 20 days.
right. So that means 16 to 29, we have a 13 days. 13 days in February. Whatever the rest of days are there, so it is going to add it into the March, next month. Now let me show you that. So 7th March, 13 plus 7,
20.
which is 20 days, right? So it is going to display me the output of next month 7. Right? So this is how we use it. Now, system.today is going to take a system time. Sometimes what happens is your client is in USA, but your customers are in Germany. USA system time is different. Germany system time is different. US system time is different and Germany time is different. Right. If I'm doing the system.debug, system.date, system.today and date dot, if I'm doing it system.today, which one it is going to take if my customers are in Germany?
According to the system administrator.
According to the system. Okay, if the system is in USA, it is going to take the system.
15th 15th February. Today's date.
System administrator company information according to that.
No, it is taking Feb 15th.
Feb
It
15th.
means today's date.
Today's date.
Today's US
When I-
date.
When we executed first code, that time it has taken 15th.
So basically, it is going to take whatever your Salesforce, if you go to the company information, whatever the country you have provided, based on that country system date, it is going to take. Based on the country system, like if you go to the company information, in the company information, it is going to tell you that. So whenever you have created the organization, in the while creating the Salesforce credentials, you have specified the country, right? So let's say here company information, I'm going to the company information. Now you can see here, address is India. In case if you are US, then it is going to show you the different. Now, based on this country and whatever the instances it is available, whichever the region the instance is available, according to that, it will take the system time. Though your customer is in the Germany or a different places, they are going to get as per the system today's date. Wherever your system is there, whichever the region system is there, right? Usually clients will create a credential. Whoever the clients are there, now in this case, USA is the actual clients. Yamaha is there in USA, so they will take the credentials of the Salesforce. When they take the credentials of Salesforce, it will be created as a US. It will be created as a US. So whenever I try system.today, though I am in the Germany, though I am in the India, so when I try system.today date, it will give me the USA dates. It will be give me the USA date. So you need to check here. So based on your customer, whatever the customer time zones are there, accordingly you need to get the date of there. Now we can find out according to their time zone. We can also find out according to their time zone, we can get the date. Now here we have two options here. Either you can go with the system.today or you can go with date.today. There is no difference between these two. There is no difference between these two. Either you can go to the system.today or you can go to the date.today. Both will look at your company region and company country. Based on that, it is going to display you the information. So is that clear, Raj? So whatever the country is there, wherever the instances are there, you can take that. So, but you can use either it will be a date.today or it will be a system.today. Both will work in the same direction. Go back. The time zone part we will come to later. Now here I can use the date.today or system.today. Here also, when I say instances, when we are taking these instances, we have to take date.instances, right? So you can follow the date.today or system.today. Let's say this is the days. Now let's say if I want to add it month. Now this is the days one. I want to add a month. Whatever the current month is there, today's date, take a today's date, add months. I want to add a month, maybe number of months will be the 2. If I want to add a month here, so what we will be doing is date d5 equal to date dot today, date d6 equal to what will be the one d5 dot, you need to add a
Add months.
Add months.
Add months.
add month. So I'm going to add a 4 months. So what will be the output? I'll get it. What will be the output?
16 June 2024.
June 16.
16th.
16.
16th June
16 June.
execute the highlighted one. Debug. Now you can see here 16th June. So the output of the first one will be the today's date. And here you will have a June 16. Now similarly, if you want to add a year, what you will do? What is the method you will use it?
Add
Add
years.
Add years.
Add years. If it is a years, then you need to use the method add years. But one, write a program to get the current date and add the months, add the 4 months and 2 days. Then display the output. Write a program to declare the date 1983, 8, 16. And add 10 years and 2 days. Then display the output. Write a program to get previous date. How do you get previous date here? How do you get previous date? Now today's date is printing the 16th of whatever the 16th February is there. I wanted to just get the previous date. How do you get previous date? Write a program to get previous date.
System dot today -1 or
You can use system.today and then D3 dot add days minus 1. Add days minus 1. You will be here, you can add a plus as well as minus both. If you add a plus here, which is a further dates, you will get it. If you add a minus 20 here, if you say minus 20, what will happen? Previously it was showing the March 7th. Now if I say here minus 20, click on this executed. Current date will be the 2024 Feb 16 and previous whatever the minus 20 is there, it will show in the January month. So you can add a addition as well as the plus both.
Ma'am, in one single line, if we want to add months and days, like 4 months and 2 days, like you are giving the homework, right? In add months, can we go on with 4.2, like 4 months and 2 days? Can I go
For
like that?
example, I have written this in the 2 lines. I wanted to combine this in 1 line. Now, how can I combine it? So I'll declare a date. Let's say T41 equal to date dot today dot add days minus 20. In single line, I can write it and system dot debug. And I'm going to print it here. Previous date. So I'm going to print it here plus 20, D4. Now I'm going to execute it. I have just written whatever you have written, we have written in the 2 lines. I written in the only single line. I have written only in the single line. Combine the 2 lines and created single line. Now let me execute it. Now in this case, what will happen? You will have only one debug log, which is going to explain about previous 20 days. You cannot know what is the current date. If you write it in 2 lines, you know the current date and you know the previous date. Whatever the after the addition, we are printing it. But in this case, you cannot print the current date because everything you are doing in the single. Now here, display the output of current date and after the changes. For the changes. Here. So you can add everything in a single line. 4 months, 2 days, whatever I'm saying here, everything you can add it here. Now let's say, for example, now we can specify the date, right? So here, let's say, in order to hard code the date, year, month, how can I do that? I want to provide the hard coded number, date equal to date dot. I want to provide 1989, 5/22. Hard coded date, I need to provide it. How can I provide it?
New
Instance.
instance and then bracket, commas.
Date dot new instance.
Date
Data
dot
new instance.
instance. So let's say here 1989, comma, let's say 6, comma 12. From this complete date, I wanted to get only the date. Now, if I print this one, what is happening? If I print it, it is going to give me the complete date. Complete date, it is going to print. Executed, highlighted. Go on debug. It is providing the complete date information, but I wanted to print only the day. Only this day I wanted to print. Now, if I want to print only the days, sometimes in the code, whenever we are writing the code, we will try to get the date. From the date, we just need a particular day information I needed. If I wanted to get that, so say here integer day 1 equal to whatever the date is there, complete date. From that, I'm going to get a day. Now system.debug. Print day, which is day 1. Now if I execute it, what will be the output?
It's 12.
12.
So the output I'll get it only the 12. Right? Is everybody clear on this, whatever we have discussed till today? Any
Yes.
question? First, we were getting the today's date. Either you can use a system.today or date.today. This is to get the current date. If you want to hard code the date, you need to use the new instance. And then if you want to add a days, you need to use the add days. If you want to add months, you need to use the add months. If you want to add the years, you need to use the add years. Now, from the date, if you want to capture only the day, then you have to use the day. Day is the method. Now, directly, do you want to get it from here? Now, try that. It might give you error for new instance. Write a program. To get the day from previous date. Previous date.
Ma'am, we can print month and year also as well, right?
Yes, printed month year as well. Write a program. Get current date. And print next year. Same month. Same date. Current date will be the 2024-02-16 and you need to print it 2025-02-16. Till yesterday, how many homework I have given?
20.
20.
20, ma'am.
Is everybody able to do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We'll try, ma'am.
Yes.
Naveen, Again,
Ma'am, previously I asked one question, right? In and days, or else add the years, months, and days at once. Can I give like okay? In the 22nd homework, no, adding 10 years, 4 months, and days. Can I give like 10 comma 4 comma 2, or add years of 10.4.2? Can system understood this way, or else only integer we should put on add parenthesis?
that way it will not understood. If I give a add days of 10, comma 4, comma 7, it will not understand. It will be a single. So the syntax of this add months is add months and provide a single integer.
Okay, if I put like 4.2 also,
It does not understand. 4.2 is a decimal. The syntax for the add month, add months, and then you need to add the additional month. That's it. Now for year separately we have it. Any other questions? Now, another one. Samskara IT, guys, please share it to the batch 4. Batch 4, we are going to track all the admin and development tasks. Whatever we are doing it for 7:30 class, 8:30 class, everything will be tracked here, which is a batch 4. Now, in case, now this is the additional thing. So in case if you want to find out how many days are there, how many days are there in the month? How many days are there in the month? If I want to find out. So we have a method which is called as a days in month. Days in month, where we need to provide the year and month. Where you need to provide a year and month. That means you can simply use it here. Days in months will be output will be in the integer format. So I'll use integer number of days equal to date dot days in month. Date dot days in month. I'm going to provide it 2024, comma month will be 2. Now if I print it system.debug number of days what is the output will be? What will be the output? Number of days?
29.
29. Let's say if I give here 19, maybe 50. February. Executed. 28. 1950, it will be 28. Write a program to get number of days for your birthday year. Year and month. Write a program to get number of days for 1900 year and January month, Feb month, November month. Okay, yes. So that's it, 27 homework. That's it for today's class.